The day before my son's wedding, she looked me straight in the eyes, that perfectly painted face hiding the venom in her voice, and said, "The best gift would be if you disappeared from our family." I smiled, not because it didn't hurt, but because I knew, in that moment, she'd just given me permission to destroy everything she worshipped. When I first met Emma, she was sweet, nervous. She called me Mom before the engagement was even official. She used to bring me flowers, bake those little lemon tarts I loved. She made my son glow, and for that, I adored her. But adoration has a shelf life, especially when greed starts whispering in someone's ear. It began with small things, a tension in her voice when I called. My son Daniel suddenly too busy for Sunday dinners. Then the wedding planning. She wanted control of everything. "Daniel and I will handle the finances, Mom," she said once, that smile too polite to be kind. I didn't argue, I just watched. The first real crack appeared when the bank called, a small confusion about a property transfer. My late husband's estate, to be specific. My name was being removed, quietly, efficiently. I didn't confront them. I signed the papers with a smile, pretended not to notice. Because when people think you're blind, they stop hiding their moves. That's when I started mine. I called my lawyer, the only person who knew my husband's full will. What Emma didn't know was that the house, the accounts, and even Daniel's trust fund were in a clause that required my living signature for any transfer or sale. A signature I could retract permanently. And I did. Quietly, legally, irreversibly. Then I waited. A week before the wedding, Emma came to me, all fake tears and trembling hands. "We were hoping you could step back, let us start fresh. Move out of the house, maybe sell it." Her tone was gentle, but her eyes were sharp, like she was already measuring the curtains in my home. I nodded, pretending to be the fragile, aging mother who just wanted peace. She smiled, a predator mistaking mercy for weakness. That night, I called the realtor. I told him to list the house under my name. I told the bank to liquidate the accounts tied to Daniel's wedding budget. Then I had every check redirected to me. By morning, everything they thought was theirs was gone. When she told me to disappear, I took it literally. I left the house empty, except for a single box on the dining table. Inside, a copy of the revoked trust, the finalized sale of the house, and a note. It said, "You wanted me gone. I am. But so is everything that came with me." I locked the door behind me, dropped the keys in their mailbox, and vanished from their world. I spent that night in a quiet inn by the sea, watching the waves break against the shore. I thought of Daniel, my son, so easily led, so blindly in love. I wondered if he'd hate me. Then I remembered the look in his eyes when he let her speak to me like that, and I realized he already did. Still, I didn't hate him. I pitied him. The next morning, my phone lit up. Messages, calls, chaos. "Mom, what did you do? The house, the accounts, everything's gone." She's hysterical. I didn't answer. I just sipped my coffee and listened to the ocean. Later that afternoon, the news reached me. The venue had been canceled, vendors unpaid, the guests turned away. Their dream wedding, the one that was supposed to showcase their perfect life, was nothing but a ghost story now. 3 days later, Daniel came to find me, alone, his face pale, eyes sunken. "She's gone," he said, took what little was left in my account, and left the city. He sat across from me, broken. "Why didn't you warn me?" I looked at him for a long time. "Because you wouldn't have listened." He nodded slowly, tears gathering but never falling. He understood. Too late, but he did. I offered him tea. He took it in silence. It's been 6 months now. The house has new owners. The wedding that never happened is a story people whisper about in town. The son, the mother, the missing bride. I don't attend family gatherings anymore. I don't host dinners. I just live quietly, peacefully, in a smaller home by the sea. Sometimes I still hear her words in my head. The best gift would be if you disappeared. And I smile. Because I did. And that disappearance was the most generous gift I ever gave.